Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you are watching this video. I hope it is wonderful for you. This lesson is going to be about how to properly format in MLA. So we are going to do these three things today. So standard formatting, in-text citations, and your works cited page. So let's start with standard format. So we're going to say this is a piece of paper, your assignment. So the first thing we're always going to do with our assignments is make sure that we have our header. Your header goes in this corner here. Top left corner of your paper. After that, you're going to put page numbers. With your page numbers, you're going to have your last name and then the page number. To insert page numbers onto your document, you're going to click Insert at the top of your Word document and then Page Numbers. And then you're going to select the page number that is in the top right corner. Once that's in the top right corner, you'll be able to double click on that area as if you're putting in the heading and change the word's last name to your own last name. Make sure that you change this to your last name. And then the page number will automatically change as you type. In your header, I'm going to erase this for a moment. So we have page numbers, and then your header. Your header is going to be in the following format. So it's going to be your name, your teacher's name. So for this class, you'll put your name, then Dr. Barnes, and then the class, and then the date. Now, the date is formatted differently in MLA. It is going to be in day, month, year, okay? There are no periods, there are no dashes, no commas, nothing between that. So let's say it is June 1st. We're going to put 1 June 2024. Exactly like that. So this is how you will format your header. This is the first thing that we're going to put on all of our assignments. We always want to make sure we know who the assignment belongs to, okay? So after your page numbers and your header, you're then going to put a title. Your title is going to be centered right underneath your header. So the very next line under your header, centered into the page, okay? And then of course, this is just going to be the title of whatever your assignment is. For MLA format, you want to make sure that you're always writing in Times New Roman font, .point font, and your paper should always be double spaced unless stated otherwise. So again, Times New Roman should be the font that you use. You should be typing in 12-point font, and it should be double spaced. And feel free to pause at any moment to make sure you are getting all the notes that you need. So that covers it for standard formatting. Next, we're going to do in-text citations. So when you are citing a source, which you will be doing in this class, you want to make sure that you are always giving the author proper credit for what you are citing. The way we do that is after you have written or quoted the source, in parentheses, you're going to put the author's last name and the page number, and then you're going to close parentheses. So say I am the author of a book. After I have written whatever, in quotations, the author said this. After the quotations, you're going to open the parentheses, put the author's last name, and then the page number you found the source on. And then you're going to put the period at the end of the parentheses. So you want to make sure that the period always comes after the parentheses if the citation ends the sentence. If you are writing in the middle of, or if your citation comes in the middle of your sentence. So say you've introduced your source, you've quoted your source, but you still have a little bit left that you want to say. So you will cite your source here because these are the author's ideas, but then your ideas come afterwards. You would continue writing and then put your period at the end of the actual sentence. Your punctuation is never going to come at the end of the citation. Or at the end of the quote. You're always going to put it at the end of the citation or at the end of the sentence. Okay? So that is in-text citations. Now for your works cited page. Your works cited page will go on a page by itself. This is very important. Your works cited page is never going to be a part of your actual content. So if an assignment is 2 pages long, your works cited does not count in that 2 pages. You should have 2 pages of written content, and then your works cited will be your 3rd page. Okay, so in order to format works cited in MLA format, this is what you're going to do. So I'll give you 2 examples, a journal and then a book. So for a journal, you're always going to start with the author's last name. And then, comma, first name. And close that off with a period. Now, when you're doing citations, punctuation is imperative. So please pay attention to where the punctuation is and what punctuation is there. So after the author's last name, in quotation marks, you're going to put the name of the article. going to put a period at the end of the article title, and then you're going to close the quotation marks. Afterwards, you are going to put the name of the journal. So the name that the name of the journal that the article is published in. And you're going to put a comma there. Please make sure that you are italicizing the name of a journal because it is a major work. So the name of the article goes into quotation marks because it's a shorter piece, and the name of the journal is italicized because it's a longer major work. After that, you're going to put the volume number, comma, the issue number, comma, the year published, so the year that the article was actually published in the journal, comma, and then the page numbers that the journal uses for this particular article. And then you're going to end that with a period. So author's last name, then first name, the name of the article, the title of the journal, the volume number of the journal, the issue number of the journal, the year it was published, and then the page numbers that the article has within the journal. Okay? Now for a book, it's similar, but a little bit shorter. So for a book, you're going to have the author's last name, again, comma, author's first name, period. After that, you're going to have the title of the book, and again, because it is the title of a major work, you want to make sure that it is italicized. After that, you're going to have a comma after the title of the book, and you're going to put the publisher. So where was this book published? Comma, the year it was published, and a period. So some similarities, but much, much shorter because there's less information to give about a book than it is to give about an article or a journal. And that is the works cited page. So if you're still a tad bit confused and you need a bit more information, you can always email me about format, or you can follow the MLA guide sheet that I provided for you all on D2L. It has all of this information plus more and a lot more detail for you to kind of peruse in your downtime or just when you need extra assistance in hours that I may not be able to get to you. So I hope this lesson was helpful. Please, please, please contact me if you have any questions, and happy writing.